An antidote to fear, cultivating courage in uncertain times. Fear is a universal human experience. It's an emotion that can grip us, paralyze us, and prevent us from living fully. Whether it's fear of failure, fear of the unknown, or fear of rejection, it has the power to hold us back from pursuing our dreams and embracing new opportunities. However, just as fear can be a formidable foe, there exists within each of us an antidote: courage. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the ability to act despite it. It's the willingness to face our fears head-on, to step outside of our comfort zones, and to take risks in pursuit of our goals. While fear may be a natural response to uncertainty, courage is what allows us to transcend our fears and grow as individuals. So how do we cultivate courage in the face of fear? Here are some strategies. 1. Acknowledge your fear. The first step in overcoming fear is to acknowledge its presence. Instead of ignoring or suppressing your fears, allow yourself to fully experience them. By acknowledging your fears, you can begin to understand their underlying causes and take steps to address them. Example: Diana was terrified of public speaking, avoiding any opportunity that required her to address a group. However, she decided to acknowledge her fear by signing up for a public speaking course. By confronting her fear head-on and learning techniques to manage her anxiety, Diana gradually gained confidence and eventually delivered a successful presentation at work. 2. Challenge negative thoughts. Fear often stems from negative thoughts and beliefs about ourselves and the world around us. Challenge these thoughts by questioning their validity and reframing them in a more positive light. Replace self-doubt with self-confidence and pessimism with optimism. Example: William had a fear of failure that held him back from pursuing his dream of starting his own business. Through cognitive behavioral therapy, he learned to challenge his negative beliefs about failure and reframe them in a more positive light. Instead of viewing failure as a reflection of his worth, he began to see it as a natural part of the learning process and an opportunity for growth. 3. Take action. Courage is not passive, it requires action. Instead of allowing fear to hold you back, take small steps towards your goals, even if they feel uncomfortable at first. Each small victory will boost your confidence and strengthen your courage muscle. Example: Ruth had always dreamed of traveling the world but was held back by her fear of the unknown. Despite her apprehension, she booked a solo trip to a foreign country. By immersing herself in new experiences and challenging herself to navigate unfamiliar situations, Ruth gradually overcame her fear and gained a newfound sense of confidence and independence. 4. Seek support. Don't be afraid to lean on others for support and encouragement. Surround yourself with friends, family, and mentors who believe in you and your abilities. Their support can provide the reassurance you need to push through your fears. Example: Tristan struggled with a fear of rejection that made it difficult for him to form meaningful relationships. With the encouragement of a supportive friend, he decided to attend a social meetup group where he could meet new people in a low-pressure environment. By surrounding himself with understanding and accepting individuals, Tristan gradually built his confidence and overcame his fear of rejection. 5. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself, especially when facing fear and uncertainty. Treat yourself with the same compassion and understanding that you would offer to a friend in need. Remember that it's okay to make mistakes and that failure is often a stepping stone to success. Example: Royale was highly self-critical and often paralyzed by her fear of making mistakes. Through mindfulness practices and self-compassion exercises, she learned to treat herself with kindness and understanding. By acknowledging that everyone makes mistakes and viewing them as opportunities for learning and growth, Royale was able to overcome her fear of failure and pursue her goals with greater confidence. 6. Embrace growth. View fear as an opportunity for growth rather than a roadblock. Every challenge you face and overcome makes you stronger and more resilient. Embrace the journey of self-discovery and personal development that comes with confronting your fears. Example: Jerry was terrified of change and resisted any deviation from his familiar routine. However, when faced with a job loss, he realized that he had to embrace change to move forward. by reframing change as an opportunity for personal and professional growth. Jerry was able to explore new career paths and ultimately find a job that brought him greater fulfillment and satisfaction. 7. Visualize success. Visualization is a powerful tool for overcoming fear and building courage. Take time to imagine yourself succeeding despite your fears. Visualize the feelings of pride, accomplishment, and fulfillment that comes with overcoming obstacles and achieving your goals. Example: Clara had a fear of heights that prevented her from enjoying outdoor activities like hiking and rock climbing. Through visualization techniques and exposure therapy, she learned to imagine herself conquering her fear and experiencing the exhilaration of reaching new heights. By visualizing success and focusing on the positive outcomes of facing her fear, Clara was able to gradually overcome her phobia and pursue her passion for adventure. While fear may be a natural part of the human experience, it doesn't have to dictate our lives. By cultivating courage and adopting strategies for confronting our fears, we can unlock our full potential and live more boldly and authentically. Remember, courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. So, dare to face your fears, embrace the unknown, and step boldly into the life you've always imagined. If you found value so far in this video, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to support this channel. Please share across social media platforms to reach a wider audience. People can have a wide range of fears, some of which are common across cultures and individuals. Here are some of the most common fears. 1. Fear of failure. Many people fear not meeting expectations, whether on their own or those of others. This fear can manifest in various aspects of life, such as academics, careers, relationships, or personal goals. 2. Fear of rejection. This fear involves the worry of not being accepted or valued by others. It can lead people to avoid social situations or to hold back from expressing themselves authentically. 3. Fear of change. Change is often viewed as uncertain and unpredictable, leading some individuals to fear it. This fear can apply to major life changes like moving to a new place, changing careers, or even minor changes in routine. 4. Fear of the unknown. Uncertainty about the future can trigger anxiety and fear in many people. The fear of the unknown encompasses a wide range of situations, from trying something new to facing the unpredictable nature of life. 5. Fear of loss. This fear involves the worry of losing someone or something valuable, whether it's a loved one, a job, financial security, or personal possessions. Fear of loss can lead to feelings of insecurity and vulnerability. 6. Fear of death. The fear of mortality is a fundamental human fear that can manifest differently in individuals. Some people fear the act of dying itself, while others fear what comes after death or leaving loved ones behind. 7. Fear of public speaking. Public speaking is a common fear for many people, even surpassing the fear of death in some surveys. The fear of being judged or embarrassed in front of others can make speaking in public a daunting task. 8. Fear of heights, acrophobia. Heights trigger fear in many individuals, causing them to feel dizzy, shaky, or even panicked when exposed to high places. 9. Fear of snakes, ophidiophobia, spiders, arachnophobia, and other animals. Certain animals evoke fear in people due to their perceived danger or unpredictability. These fears can stem from childhood experiences, cultural influences, or evolutionary factors. 10. Fear of failure. The fear of not meeting expectations, whether one's own or those of others, is common. It can lead to avoidance of challenges, procrastination, or self-sabotage. These are just a few examples of common fears, and individuals may experience a combination of these fears to varying degrees. Understanding and acknowledging our fears is the first step toward overcoming them and living more fully. Let's weave some personal anecdotes into the strategies for overcoming fear. 1. Acknowledge your fear. Anecdote: I vividly remember the first time I stood in front of a crowd to deliver a presentation. My heart raced, my palms sweated, and my mind went blank. But instead of retreating in fear, I took a deep breath and acknowledged my fear. I reminded myself that it was okay to feel nervous and that I was capable of overcoming it. With each word I spoke, my confidence grew, and by the end of the presentation, I felt a sense of accomplishment that far outweighed my initial fear. 2. Challenge negative thoughts. Anecdote. For years, I allowed my fear of failure to dictate my decisions and hold me back from pursuing my passions. But one day, I decided enough was enough. I challenged the negative voice in my head that told me I wasn't good enough and started to rewrite my story. Instead of dwelling on past mistakes, I focused on the lessons learned and the opportunities for growth that lay ahead. By shifting my mindset from fear to empowerment, I found the courage to take risks and pursue my dreams. 3. Take action. Anecdote. When I decided to face my fear of heights, I knew it wouldn't be easy. But I also knew that the only way to overcome it was to confront it head-on. So, I signed up for a rock climbing class, determined to push myself beyond my comfort zone. With each step up the rock face, I felt a surge of adrenaline and a sense of pride in my ability to conquer my fear. By taking action instead of succumbing to paralysis, I proved to myself that I was capable of more than I ever imagined. 4. Seek support. Anecdote. During a particularly challenging time in my life, I found solace in the support of a close friend. Their unwavering belief in me gave me the courage to face my fears and pursue my goals with renewed determination. Whether it was lending an ear to listen or offering words of encouragement, their support was a constant source of strength that helped me navigate through uncertainty and adversity. 5. Practice self-compassion. Anecdote. I used to be my own harshest critic, constantly berating myself for perceived shortcomings and failures. But through practicing self-compassion, I learned to treat myself with the same kindness and understanding that I would offer to a friend in need. Instead of dwelling on past mistakes, I embraced them as valuable learning experiences that helped shape me into the person I am today. By cultivating self-compassion, I found the courage to forgive myself and move forward with greater confidence and resilience. 6. Embrace growth. Anecdote. When I was faced with unexpected changes in my career, I initially felt overwhelmed and fearful of what the future held. But as I navigated through the uncertainty, I realized that change wasn't something to be feared but embraced. Each new challenge was an opportunity for personal and professional growth, and I was determined to make the most of it. By reframing change as a catalyst for positive transformation, I found the courage to step outside of my comfort zone and pursue new opportunities that ultimately led to greater fulfillment and success. 7. Visualize success. Anecdote. As I stood at the base of the mountain, my fear of heights threatened to overwhelm me. But instead of giving in to panic, I closed my eyes and visualized myself reaching the summit. I pictured the breathtaking views, the sense of accomplishment, and the exhilaration of conquering my fear. With each step I took, I focused on the image of success that I had conjured in my mind, drawing strength and courage from it. And when I finally stood at the top of the mountain, I realized that the only thing holding me back from achieving my dreams was my fear. By incorporating personal anecdotes, viewers can more easily relate to the experiences shared and gain a deeper understanding of how they can apply these strategies to their own lives. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to our channel for more self-improvement videos. Comment below to tell us how useful you found this video. Remember to share on various social media platforms to reach a wider audience. Click the notification bell to get notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.